I think it was just that, you won't say a wake-up call, but that realization of what they're in for and what it means to be a part of this level of play, and uh, just where you got to fight every night and how hard it is to earn those points. But hopefully also they've taken away some success that they've had, and just that confidence to know that, yeah, it's difficult, but this is what they came here for, and they can do it.
What do you take away from the loss in Texas? We talked to the girls, and they were like that it was on them that they didn't play their game. When you hear them say that, does that give you hope to know that they can clean that up, or does that make it more frustrating because they didn't play their game?
Well, it just reinforces what the message from us has been. We go into every match, and the point we make is we want the match to be about us. We don't want it to be about who we're playing. We want it to be about us. And if we can make the match about us, then that means we're playing our way, and we're creating tempo, and we're kind of dictating what's happening. But if we're playing the other way, then that means the other team is in control of that match. And so I do think that that's what that reinforces, that, yeah, we went into that match intending to make that Texas match about us, but it ended up being more about them than about us, and that's what we're trying to avoid.
No, good.
What did you see from Baylor and Kansas State, and what maybe needs to change for the girls this time around to maybe get a win or two?
Yeah, we've been watching film today, just reviewing what those matches were. And again, that was first road match of the Big 12 season was Baylor, and Tita was out. We were still trying to figure out some defensive things, but still had a good blocking match, had a good offensive match, and really were able to produce some points. We had a hard time slowing down Baylor's offense, and so we got to do a little better job of identifying what their offense looks like and taking away some hitters and serving tougher and doing some things just to give ourselves time to work some points as well. And then K-State, that was a good road match, and didn't start off very well, and then we came back with 2 wins and forced it to 5, and their block was a big impactful thing in that match, and so but Chandler had a great match, and we did some really nice things, so that match really could have gone either way. So we're looking forward to playing them at home and getting another crack at them.
When you're watching film for the second time around, are you watching more of what you guys did against them, or what they have been doing the last week or so?
A little bit of both. We got to go back and see, we got to reevaluate our game plan from the first time, see if there was anything we missed or we needed to change for the second time around, and then you go back and see, is their lineup changed? Are they doing anything different with their offense, or have they made any system changes? And then kind of put that new game plan together.
When you watch that first conference game, what's the biggest change in your girls you've seen positive?
Yeah, well, I think we're faster now. I think defensively we're a lot more organized. Our block continues to get better and better. And you can see individually, on offense, we have different players stepping up each day. So when we focus our game plan around certain players, generally they've been really good about stepping up and taking that on. And I think our serving is getting tougher as we've moved through the season. So we're watching Baylor today, and to me that we don't look anything like what we did at that point in the year. And that's just 4 weeks ago. So I feel like we're making great progress.
Every coach has a different timeline on this, but when are your freshmen no longer freshmen? Is it at this point now through the Big 12 season, or is it at the end of the year?
I think they're always going to have those moments where they're going to look like freshmen, but if you're going to define it that way, I don't think Allison has looked like a freshman all year. She's been really solid, and Emerson has had her moments where she's looked like freshman. Haley Harmon, who doesn't play very much in Big 12 play, but early in the season, this is a kid who's I think she's taken 75 swings. She has 3 errors. She's been really clean and done some great things for us when she's gotten her moments. So, this group has been everything we asked them to be, and they're going to continue to get better. Now, what's going on inside of them during those moments, that's hard to say, and how nervous they are, or where their anxiety comes from. But they certainly don't show it very often, and I think that's great hope for us as we move forward.
What's the pink match mean to you personally?
Well, it's just, I've been coaching women for a long time, and so, we've gotten to know their families, and I've watched them grow up, and their setbacks with cancer and breast cancer, and you see these families that are affected, and you hear these stories about this, and so for me, we treat our program like it is a family, and that doesn't stop once they graduate. So we're close to these players and their families throughout their time, and so it stirs up a lot of stuff because you know what some of these girls and their families are going through, and it's nice that we can have a night where we call attention to it and really celebrate these people and give them all the support that we can.
Do you have a personal connection?
No, I don't. I really don't. Now, not with breast cancer. I really don't. So we've been fortunate that way, but we're in the minority there.
Looking around the Big 12 now, halfway through the Big 12 season, and there's kind of some separation. There's the top four, and then there's everybody else. And where does that kind of motivate y'all to knowing that you've got a chance to kind of be right up there?
Yeah, I think it's played out a lot like we thought it might. We knew that there was going to be 4 really elite teams, and then 5 really good teams, and that's really what's happened. Those top 4 have kind of separated themselves, and then everybody else is kind of fighting it out. And so there's a lot of room for us to make a move, but also every night there's a chance for us to really do some things that hadn't been done around here in a while. So there's a lot of motivation, a lot of things that we're looking forward to for the second half.
We're really anticipating it. We're excited. We're really looking forward to the restart of conference and just showing people what we got.
What are you expecting to see from Baylor and Kansas State, having kind of already seen them a bit?
Yeah, it's helpful to have already played them, and so we kind of know what they're doing. It's kind of like we've seen these teams before. So just anticipating, being able to go through rallies and put the ball down.
Is it kind of nice to know that you got Kansas and Texas out of the way for now, and you can focus on the teams that hopefully you can get a win against, especially Kansas State?
For sure, yeah. We always go into the game, looking for a win and looking to play our best. So I feel like it's just every other game. It's just we're ready to go out and battle,
Is it frustrating knowing that you guys had played Texas tough in the past and just have the 3 sets this past match?
Yeah, I would say it's a little frustrating, but we learned a lot. We really sat down and looked back and kind of focused on the things that we did well and that we didn't do well, and so we're excited to play them again eventually.
On the things you guys didn't do well, what's the most correctable thing?
Honestly, just playing our game, knowing that when we look across the net, we're equal competitors and that we can play as well as them, if not better at some point. So just, playing our game and sticking to our process.
What was kind of the mindset of the team going in this past Saturday? You were down, Missy Owens wasn't there. What was kind of the mindset? Because it was really, a strong effort.
Yeah. Honestly, we were going to play hard for Kendall. She actually was starting against Kansas last year too, and so we kind of wanted to redo that whole thing, and we wanted to play hard for each other and just, face the adversity that we were given and, play our best.
Looking at, I guess, just 2 home matches this week, just how much fun is it for y'all to play at home in front of fans?
I love playing at home. I love the energy and the atmosphere and being able to defend our own court. That's just really fun, obviously.
And then Wednesday being the pink breast cancer awareness match, what does that mean to y'all as a group?
Well, we have a lot of players that have been affected by breast cancer or have family members that have been affected. So it's a big deal. We love to show awareness any way that we can. So we're excited.
It's definitely a lot better because we've seen how each team plays. And so just being at home is an advantage for everyone. You're less stressed out. You haven't been traveling. You're just relaxed. And it's kind of a rhythm. So I think it's a lot better being able to play teams at home.
What the atmosphere around the team after last week?
After last week, well, I know at KU, we definitely we played really well. We played for Kendall, and we had good games. But against Texas, just like Sarah said, we kind of just didn't come out and play our own game. So we knew that against KU that's what we wanted to do. So as long as we're trying our best and trying to put everything together, then it's a positive outlook as we go on.
How much more do you know about Big 12 play being a freshman now than you did before you got here?
Honestly, I was never really I didn't ever watch volleyball, and so I kind of like being ignorant because I'm not stressing out about, oh, we're playing Texas, oh, we're playing KU. I just kind of go in, and I'm like, oh, well, it's another volleyball game. Let's go win. That's how I look at it.
What does the pink out or the Dig Pink game mean to you?
Well, I haven't been personally affected by breast cancer, but my papa does have cancer right now, so it does affect me in that way. But I think it's really cool that everyone uses the whole month of October to raise awareness, and I think it's really fun to be able to wear pink jerseys and just like raise awareness for everyone. So.
When you look back at the first time y'all played Baylor this year, and took them to 4 sets in Waco and really played hard on them, I guess what did you learn from that, and what do you kind of expect to see from them?
Honestly, I think we were a little scatterbrained because we were missing Tita, who was a strong link, and that was our first conference game. So as a freshman, I'm like, oh, this is my first conference game, so I was a little nervous. But so now I think we all have like our jitters out and everything's kind of fallen back into place. So I think we're gonna play them a lot harder this time.